Yes, we had a lot. We were out of the Richmond area, so we were very concerned about finding buyers that we could reliably work with and that we could sell the house to, and sort of handle all the back and forth that comes through inspections and things like that, being outside of the city. So that was something that we were very concerned with, and Chris and team did a really wonderful job of comforting us through those fears and keeping us in the loop and letting us know what was going on. And it really felt seamless. It felt like this went as smooth as if we were actually living in Richmond. So that was wonderful. On the other side of buying, we had a similar concern. We were concerned that because we weren't in Richmond, it would be very difficult for us to search through properties, to sort of really, kick the tires on anything that we were really excited about. And Chris and team, Grant specifically, did a wonderful job. Chris and team, Grant specifically, did a wonderful job giving us video tours, walking through the neighborhoods, walking through the houses, helping us really get a feel for the homes. And it really felt like we were there. And we were able to look through a number of houses, a number of properties, and really felt super comfortable once we were ready to buy something.
I think one thing I would add on the buying side is we weren't really clear which neighborhood we wanted, whether we wanted a house, townhouse. So we had a lot of open questions when we started the search process. And really great thing was that Grant made us very comfortable asking all those questions. He went and toured different type of properties, and he helped us explore all kinds of options to remotely help us figure out where would we want to settle down. And as a result, we picked the property that we really enjoy. Great thing was we had a little bit of complicated situation that got extended because of the corona. We had a renter in the house, so we couldn't immediately sell it whenever we wanted to. So it actually got delayed by about 14, 15 months. And Elliott and the team was the only team that kind of stayed in touch throughout the whole process, offered help with the tenant, offered some advice and guidance throughout those 14, 15 months. And then when the time was right for us and when we were ready to sell, there were no other options because Chris did a great job of keeping in touch and helping us out throughout the process.
I'd agree with that. Chris and team did a wonderful job sort of following up, asking us questions, helping us think through how to deal with the renter in place that we needed to get out before we could sell the property. And there were a lot of agents that just, sent text messages and called and, said, "Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet?" But not many of them really helped us think through how to solve the problem so we could actually sell the house. And, Chris and team did a wonderful job with that. And that's why it was the only choice for us. It was wonderful.
I can take a first cut at that too. So our prior experience of trying to sell the property, it was a different type of property too, but we had it on the market for 3-4 months, and there was not a lot of communication between us and the agent. So we weren't really clear like what was happening, what was the strategy, were we doing something wrong, could we have done something differently. We had a lot of walkthroughs, not open houses, just walkthroughs, but it never resulted into a lead. And when we were like, okay, we're ready to fire them, then they brought us a deal. I think with Chris' team, the difference was that from the day one, we were very aligned on what the strategy was going to be. And I was not as optimistic as Chris was that we were going to have the offer by the end of at the end of the third day, but it really did turn out that way. We had a great offer, a great couple offers that we were able to choose from. So the whole process was much smoother, more aligned, and we knew what was going on and what to expect.
Communication was amazing. The Chris Elliott team uses the most efficient communication methods of any agents, really any services that I've used in the last few years within Richmond. And whether it was text messaging, if that was what was going to work for us, or video messaging that we could receive an email and respond to, just made it a breeze to communicate on items, to stay updated about the process. And we also got to see, Chris's face and and it felt like we were having a conversation as we were sending our asynchronous messages. So the communication was efficient and smooth, and we loved it. The Elliott team handled the process beautifully. Everything was smooth. We got efficient communication. We got regular touch points. We felt very informed through every step in the process. If there were questions, if we needed to provide additional information, if there was anything that the Elliott team thought that we might not be aware of, they were very wonderful with bringing us into the fold there. And we felt like everything went much smoother than we could have possibly imagined. Every couple of days we had a video message from Chris telling us, here's what we're doing, here's the next step, here's what we need from you. And we kind of shepherded through that process without having to spend a bunch of time stressing about it. And it was wonderful.
Yeah, and a couple things to add. I think one great thing was a lot of the complexities happened behind the scenes. So we didn't really feel how difficult the process was, which I think is how it's supposed to be, but doesn't always happen that way. So that was great for us, especially like not being in the city and knowing that there was someone in charge and had good control over the process. That was very comforting. And from the buying standpoint, my big concern was always like, oh, we're asking Grant to do all these viewings. And the feedback was always so positive that he made us very comfortable that like he never minded to do that on our behalf. And I think that was very critical because we had to go through that process to find the right property. So that positive attitude, positive approach helped us land in the right place.
We would highly recommend the
Absolutely.
Elliott team. We would say, whether you're sure what you want or you're not sure, this is the team for you. They're going to help you think through what you want in a home. They're going to be very patient with you as you sort of go through a few cycles of trying out different neighborhoods and different home styles. And we would say that it's hands down the best choice you can make. Selecting
Absolutely.
the Elliott team to manage your buying or selling of homes, the best choice you can make in Richmond.
We know we'll be choosing them again.
Mhm.